Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about pseudo classes and pseudo selectors. So pseudo class is used to define a special state of an element. Okay, and we have pseudo selectors where we can specify things that aren't so prominent, like a class or an ID. So we're going to start with a link, an A tag, and you've probably done this before. You've probably used hover to style a link in its hover state. So let's start with that. We're going to create an A tag here, and it's just going to go nowhere. And we'll just put in the text, click me. Alright, so we have this A tag, and let's go ahead and open up some style tags up here. And we want to, first of all, let's save it. You can see that it has a purplish color. We want to style it for when we hover it. We hover over it. So to do that, we just need to put our element tag in, which is A, or element selector rather, and we want to put a colon and then the state, hover. And let's change color to red, and we'll go ahead and make the font weight bold. Okay, so now if I go ahead and reload, and now when I hover it, you can see that it turns red and bold. Now it also has an active state. Active is when you click it really quick, it enters the active state before you actually get redirected. So let's go ahead and say A, active, we'll say color green, and let's do font weight bold. So now when I click it, you'll see really fast it turns green. Okay, that's the active state. Now, links aren't the only elements that have states like this. We can have a form, and let's give it a class of my form, and then we'll give it an input with the type of text. Reload. Okay, so we have this input here. Now, forms or inputs have a state called focus, and that is when you actually click inside of the input. Alright, so up here we could say my form input focus, and what we'll do here is say background pink, and let's also extend the width to 300 pixels. Alright, so now if I save, reload, you can see the input hasn't changed. When I click inside of it, however, the background turns pink and it extends to 300 pixels. And you can see I can go back and forth. Now let's take a look at pseudo selectors. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a UL. Let's give it a class of my list. And we'll put some LIs in here. We'll just say list item. Okay, copy that, paste that in a few times. Okay, so we have this list of items. Now, we have with CSS3, we have some new selectors we can use. One is first child, and what that'll do is it'll select the first child element. So let's say dot my list li first child. Okay, and then we want to change color to green, and we'll also change the font weight to bold. If we reload, you can see that the first li is now green. Alright, just like first child, we also have last child. So we'll change that one to red. Reload. And now the last item in the list is going to be red. No matter how many items you have, the last one will be red. Now you may want to get more intricate than that, and let's say you want to select maybe the third one. So for that we can use something called nth child. So my list li, and then we're going to say nth child. And in here you can put different formulas or expressions, and the simplest thing to do is to just put a number in there. So let's say we put in 3. Alright, and then we're going to say color orange, font weight bold. Okay, if we reload, now you can see that the third one is orange. Okay, so it's as simple as just putting the number in there. Now you may want to select every third element. Okay, so to do that, we could go ahead and in here say 3n plus 3 and reload, and now you can see that every third element is now going to be orange. And you can get more complicated than that, but I'm not going to go too far into it. If you want to do every other, let's say you want to do every even, I'm just going to copy this, and we can replace this with just the word even, and we'll change this to let's say purple. Actually, let's do a background. We'll say background yellow. Reload, and now every even list item is going to be yellow. Okay, and we can certainly do odd as well. Okay, we'll change that to gray, and now every odd list item will have a background of gray. Okay, so these just allow you to really be specific in what you want to style without having to add all kinds of classes and IDs, because of course you could put a class even on every even one, but if this is a dynamically generated list and you don't have a set amount here that you can actually edit, then this is what you want to do to be able to target those items. Alright, so those are pseudo elements and pseudo selectors. In the next video, we're going to start to look at more into CSS3 and some of the new color systems and backgrounds and gradients. So I will see you in the next video.